Hi, Peter. What is so special about the flu virus, and why isn't there a vaccine that would be one vaccine for life?
Very, very good question. So one of the reasons why we have some diseases caused by viruses where we do have good vaccines is that these viruses don't change. So measles, mumps, polioviruses, all of these viruses do not change. And therefore it is easier. I'm not saying it's easy to make vaccines, and we should be very thankful that we have these vaccines. It is easier for those viruses which do not change. Now, influenza, very similar to what we also observe with HIV, with hepatitis C viruses, we have many different viruses, many different variants, and therefore it is much more difficult to make a vaccine which is working against all of these variants. In terms of HIV, hepatitis C viruses, and influenza, I think influenza is still the easiest, theoretically, in terms of making a vaccine which is long-lasting and which will cover all of the different variants. But as we will discuss, it is still a big challenge.
So it's like trying to hit a moving target. It's constantly changing.
Influenza viruses have a change which is accumulating every year. So in other words, when we are talking about 2016 right now, we have certain strains, but they are very much related within 1 year. But in 2017, in 2018, we will have viruses, influenza viruses, which are circulating, which are different enough from what is circulating today that we can get reinfected and also can get disease. So the variability from year to year is the big problem with influenza viruses.
So what you're saying, if I understand correctly, is that one of the solutions in coping with influenza is to have yearly seasonal shots. But isn't there the option of possibly discovering a universal vaccine, a vaccine that could possibly provide protection for a number of years?
We do have a good seasonal vaccine, meaning a vaccine which we have to give every year. So we have to get a shot, or in some countries we also have a live virus which is given through the nose and is actually inducing a mucosal immune response in the upper respiratory tract. So we do have influenza virus vaccines, seasonal influenza virus vaccines, which are actually very, very good. They are not perfect, and that is one of the reasons we are trying to make a better vaccine, a universal influenza virus vaccine, which will not only give protection in 2016 if we would have it, but also 2017, 18, etc. And that is a challenge. We do have an idea or a strategy which might allow us to make such a vaccine, and that is actually to focus on the domains of the virus which are highly conserved. So what our immune system sees is basically the outside of the virus, and that outside is constantly changing. If we can redirect the immune system towards conserved regions of the virus, and specifically we are talking about the hemagglutinin, and there about what is referred to as the stalk as compared to the head. By redirecting the immune system towards the stalk and also the second glycoprotein, the neuraminidase, so by basically forcing, persuading, cajoling our immune system into recognizing these conserved regions and making a good, long-lasting immune response against the stalk of the hemagglutinin and the neuraminidase, we believe we can make a universal influenza virus vaccine which will protect us against all strains, and if we are successful, it should really be a vaccine which has a duration, a life-lasting immunity, and that would be something similar to the other extraordinary vaccines which we have, namely measles vaccine, mumps vaccine, poliovirus vaccine.
Peter, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.